welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Project 300 Pounder. So as you can see, the poppies on the driveway facing out with the broken windscreen. With the magic of YouTube, this windscreen will be miraculously repaired within 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's done. There we go. Nice new windscreen. How quick was that, eh? Within a split second. So tomorrow we shall start work on the other bits that need doing on it. Airbag, ECU, might clean the seats, depends on the weather. Welcome back to Project 300 Pounder. Look, we're not going to do much on this today, but what we are going to do, if you remember, I mentioned that these lines are very faded. So I've borrowed my wife's hairdryer and I'm going to go through these and see if I can get them off and then see what they look like. See if it shows up underneath the paint. If I can polish it up so you can't see them, I'll leave them off. If you can still see the shape in the paintwork, I shall get a new set and put them on. So I'm going to set this up on the tripod and we'll see how this goes. Right, I'm going to start off just here, see if I can get it going. I've got a blade, which is probably not the best thing to use. Put it on high heat setting. Warm it up. A bit hot on the fingers, I might have to put some gloves on, I think. Something tells me this is going to take a long time. I'm going to put it on time lapse. You can see I'm having a bit of trouble with this. It's taking so long to do it. It's just making a right mess of it. It's hot on your fingers. I don't know if it's because these are so faded and been there for such a long time that they're difficult to get off, but if anyone's got any bright ideas of how I can get this off, obviously the glue underneath, I can get that off. I've got stuff to get that off, but getting the actual vinyl off is proving to be difficult. If anyone's got any ideas, can you please let me know. So I've given up on that for the time being. If someone could tell me how it can be done easily, I'll be most grateful. So I've decided to do what I did yesterday on the old bath. Today I'm going to do the seatbelt on this one. So like a guitar string, out of tune guitar string. Very good. So yeah, so same business applies to what we had to do yesterday. Got to take the back seats out. I've got to change both pre-tensioners on this one. Only one seat belt, but both pre-tensioners. So we'll do that. I'm not going to film it because I filmed it obviously yesterday. So we'll come back once I've done all this. Okay, here we are back in the Project 300 Pounder, the pop. So today, this afternoon, I've changed the seat belts, or rather that seat belt, and changed that pre-tensioner and just the pre-tensioner on the other side. I've got back in the car, connected all the battery up, connected up MES, and I've still got errors. The airbag ECU I got seems to be completely the wrong ECU. The ECUs for these cars generally come in two types. You've got the metal cased one and the plastic cased one. They do vary, and they've obviously got different numbers. I've never really had a problem before interchanging, as long as they've got the, you know, plastic case to plastic case. I've never had a problem interchanging them before. But the one I just got from eBay, when I got it, the part of the ECU where you put the plugs in, I can't show you because it's plugged into the car. The case itself is black, and the bit where you actually plug the plugs in is sort of a browny orangey colour. The one I've just bought on eBay is black. All is black case and black the bit where you plug the plugs in, which I didn't really think anything of. I've been down on my hands and knees trying to plug in the airbag, the ECU down there. Oh, there we go. You see those orange down there? So you got the orange bits there. So I plugged it in, or tried to plug it in, and it wouldn't go in, and it's completely different. I looked at the pins and compared them to the ECU that came out of the car, which is now back in the car, and that is it's different. There's different amounts of pins in different positions. It's a completely different ECU. So I don't know if the bloke sent me one from a different car, but I've never ever had one that's different. I don't really get it. So I'm gonna have to find out from him what car that went in. I mean, it's got a serial number. I suppose I could do a search for that serial number and see what it comes up with. But I've been going through the codes again. For some reason, I've changed the driver's pre-tensioner. It's still coming up on here, is present, so it's putting a light on. So I don't really understand that. But what I have noticed, which I didn't notice before, if you hover over where it's, remember the bit before when I said airbag and pre-tensioner, I thought it was the exclusion switch, but because it says the exclusion switch down there, but it's not. What it is, if you hover over it, where are we? Hover over it, it says impact data. So this ECU has got crash data on it, so it does need to be sent off. That's why it says light on. I did wonder why, because it was blue and intermittent, and it said light on, but that's why. So I've wasted a week or so. I should have got this sent off, so I'll do that today. I'll get that sent off to the bloke here down in Kent, and hopefully I'll get it back this week. So whether the driver's pre-tensioner that I've just put in is faulty, or whether that's something to do with this ECU, I do not know. And it definitely says the pre-tensioner and not driver's pre-tensioner resistance. Yeah, so it's not the one. It's not the seatbelt itself. I haven't changed the seatbelt, but I was surprised that the seatbelt hadn't gone. As you saw, the one the other side was like a guitar string, which I've changed. So yeah, that's a bit odd. So I mean, there's a possibility it's faulty, I suppose, if someone sold me a faulty one. I shall have to explore that, which is, it's annoying because it means I've got to take the side off again. I've left the seats out for the time being, so I won't bother putting those back in. So yeah, so it's a bit of a pain. I expected this to have gone better than I thought. So all the things are here, which are still showing intermittent. That's the only one that concerns me a little bit, although it says it's intermittent open circuit. Now I'm hoping that's because the ECU's been unplugged, although none of these are clearing for some reason. But even that doesn't, the only one that's putting the light on, it says, apart from the pre-tensioner, which, you know, I can sort that out. If it means a new pre-tensioner, then it needs a new pre-tensioner. I don't think it's going to be the seatbelt itself, because it would say seatbelt, whereas there it says pre-tensioner, which is really strange. But even though the other one had gone, it didn't say pre-tensioner there. So I'm not 100% about this this ECU, but it is the ECU for the car. So I guess I've got to sort it out one way or the other. I don't know whether it's they should clear. This is the strange thing. They should clear. The blue ones should clear, unless it's not. They're not clearing because that's there. Maybe, might be. I can't remember. It's a long time since I've had that. Normally I just take them out and send them off, but for some bizarre reason I didn't notice that's different. So I'll pay the 35 quid or whatever it is, get this sent off, and hopefully it will come back by the end of the week, and then we can get it in by next weekend, which will be nice. So I'm going to switch this off now. There's not much more I can do on this car now, so it's a bit of a short video for this car today. A bit disappointing, but never mind. These things are sent to try us. I'm sure once we get the thing back, the ECU back, we can plug it in and it'll be okay. I've still got the seats I've got to clean. The back seats are out the car in the garage, so I'll get cracking cleaning those probably tomorrow. And I might it's going to be a nice day again tomorrow, so I'll clean the front seats so I can leave the windows open, and then they can dry off nicely. Apart from doing these bits and pieces airbag wise, and giving it a better clean, and using the old magma on it, autoglym magma, to get the all the speckles off, this car's pretty much done now apart from that. So yeah, it's sort of holding me up now, unfortunately. Got to clean it inside still, and then it's sort of ready to go after that. But it's looking as if it's a long way off at the moment. We've not even got any seats in the back. But hey ho, these things are sent to try. So I'm going to take the ECU out now, down there, and then we'll get that sent off. So once again, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get some better news by the end of the week, and we can get this one finished and out of the way. Probably do a bit more to the bath now tomorrow once I've cleaned the seats on this, as I've not got much more I can do on this, apart from these stripes, of course, which I've still got to do. And you haven't seen the convertible for a while, so I might get that down here tomorrow and get that roof cleaned. Again, I was supposed to be putting a new cam belt and water pump in yesterday, but my mobile mechanic Connor, who comes and does all those sorts of things that are beyond my capabilities, I cancelled him yesterday. My wife's not very happy about him coming, as we're in the middle of a lockdown. She's got a point, I suppose. So yeah, so I had to cancel that. So whether that will just delay that selling that car, obviously it's quite difficult to sell a car at the moment anyway, due to the COVID-19, but the clutch is still an issue on that one, so I've still got to have a little fiddle with that and see if I can sort out the clutch. It may need a new clutch, in which case Connor will be doing that as well. So there will be a delay in that car, unfortunately. If I can get this one finished and get this one sold, because I have actually got someone who wants it. His daughter said she really wants it and told me not to sell it to anybody. It's the friend of a father of someone that I've sold 2 cars to before. So he's obviously seen the cars I've sold before, and I've sent him a couple of pictures of this one, and he's really, really interested. Again, difficult during these lockdown period to sell a car. We've got to figure out a way of doing it safely and legally, but I'm sure we'll sort something out. But if I can get this one finished, get this one sold, then I can move on to another project, see if I can get another 300-pounder or near to a 300-pounder. I don't know whether I'll ever manage to get a 300-pounder again to repair rather than break, but you never know. Anyway, that's the end of this one for today. You won't see any more of this one, I don't suppose, until the end of the week. I'll probably do the filming of the cleaning seats or befores and afters and that sort of stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, please subscribe if you're a casual viewer. Some of you have since yesterday. It's gone up about another 7 or 8 subscribers, which is great. Thank you for that. Please share, like, etc., etc. Drop me any messages, and I'll answer any and all messages. It's not like I've got millions of viewers that I'm going to get hundreds of comments. I don't. I get a few. Tends to be the same people, but thank you for those. Appreciate it. And yeah, so have a good Sunday, and we'll see you next week.